Hello, so in this video I'm going to explain why driving anxiety is not caused by driving. This is something I often talk about in my videos, and it often causes many arguments, and people say you're wrong because driving anxiety must be to do with driving because it's driving. No, that's incorrect, okay? As I've said many times before, driving anxiety is a symptom. Think of it like when you go and see a doctor, and I'll use a real life example of when I saw a doctor 2 years ago. It was March, very late March 2020, and I was in the bathroom. I looked in the mirror and I saw something quite strange inside my mouth. I thought, what's that? When I opened my mouth, I found this massive lump of flesh growing at the back of my throat. Long story short, one of my tonsils had flared up. And when I went to see a doctor, a specialist at the hospital, they said to me, oh, well, that can be a sign of something else because it could be cancerous. Probably not, and it wasn't, but they said it could be. So you see, my tonsil swelling up was a symptom of another problem. Maybe. But the tonsil itself wasn't the problem. It had swollen to highlight something else was wrong. And it's the same with your driving anxiety. You see, when you go out driving and you're panicking and you're freaking out and you're having panic attacks and sweating and you feel like your whole life's falling apart because you can't drive, it isn't the driving. What's happening is something from your past is firing off when you get in a car and it's stopping you from driving. Now, this emotion, this feeling, this sensation you've got that's causing all the problems has got nothing to do with driving. Think of it like this. One day, when you're 5 years old, you're running along and you trip over a curb and you really hurt your knee. Something from that experience can be repressed. So maybe you're with your parents and you've got a very strict parent who's always said, you can't be scared, it's wrong to cry, you can't show emotion, you can't cry in the street, stop crying, everyone's looking at you. So you repress that feeling. 20 or 30 years later, when you're driving, for whatever reason, it could be that maybe you hit the curb with a car's tyre and it reminds you of that thing about tripping over the curb. Sometimes it could be a smell that's in the air. Maybe back on that day years ago, you were by a hot dog van, and when you're driving one day, you smell hot dogs. And for whatever reason, no one knows exactly how this works, but your mind starts giving you driving anxiety. And he thinks, hey, what pain can I give them that will stop them driving? Oh, I know, there's that thing from years ago when they hurt the knee and it's still locked away. I'm going to grab onto that and I'm going to put it onto driving. Now I know that sounds wacky, and I didn't believe any of this stuff. When I trained, I thought, are these people serious? How can tripping over a curb and hurting your knee give you driving anxiety? It made no sense whatsoever. And this is the whole point. It won't make sense because the problem is in your subconscious. With your logical mind, your conscious mind, which is what I'm talking with now, everything makes sense. 2 + 2 is 4. Bananas are yellow or green. The grass is green. The sky is blue. That's because you're thinking with your logical, conscious mind. The problem is in your subconscious, which is all completely illogical. Think of it like this. One of the strongest feelings of all is love. And think about when you love someone, can you logically explain it? Can you say, I love this person because why? Yes, they might be attractive or whatever, but can you really explain that feeling where when you're with them, you feel so much different to when you're with anyone else? It's just a feeling, it's an emotion. You can't put it into words. And you notice then when I'm going like, you can't put it into words. Do you know what that is? When you're trying to explain it and you can't really think of it. Well, what happens is you're going from your conscious mind, because you start searching for solutions in your conscious mind. Why do you love them? I can't find the answer in my conscious mind, so now I have to go subconscious. And that's where you start thinking, And that is what trance is in hypnosis. Trance is simply when you're searching your subconscious. It's not about, oh, I'm in a trance, I'm a zombie, I'm in control, I can control people's minds. That's rubbish. Okay? Hypnosis is simply you thinking about something and thinking, that's hypnosis. These people who swear that they won't do hypnosis because it's evil and God won't let them into heaven and whatever. So, well, you're not allowed to think. Because all you're doing is thinking. Hypnosis is just when you think about something and you think, who sung that song? Yeah, that song, I like that song. Who sung it? And you can't think what it is. And then half an hour later, oh, I know who sung that song. It was because your mind gives you the answer. That's all hypnosis is. It's not about this mind control and evil hypnotists and all that rubbish. It's just remembering things that are hidden in your subconscious. So that's why I say driving isn't the issue. And it's so funny when I see people who swear that driving can be fixed by driving. And you know, these people online who do videos, driving instructors, I'm going to get rid of your anxiety, and they get in a car. How do you feel now? Oh, I feel fine. I actually feel better. I think, what a load of rubbish. The reason they feel better is because they're with someone in the car. Take that person out of the car and they'll fall apart. I can promise you that driving anxiety has got nothing to do with driving. And if you want to get rid of it, all you need to do, and it's quite simple, it's hard to do in terms of my job, I've got a lot to do, but all you have to do is find the trapped emotion. How would you do that? Well, the more you think about it, the further away it will get. Because like trying to remember who sung a song, the more you try and think of it, you rack your brain, I can't think who sung that song. You won't find it because the more you focus on it, the more it hides. So how do you do it then? Get in touch with me through my website, firstdrive.com, and I'll show you. Check out these other videos on the screen for more help with your fear of driving. Thanks for watching, and as always, I'll see you again soon for more videos.